Good day, everyone. It's Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. And today we're going to do things a little different. We are going to have a full yoga class. So we're going to start with stretches. And then after the stretches, we will proceed into the yoga practice. And midway into class, about 30 minutes into class, we will have a water break. And then after that, we'll resume with the remainder of the class, ending with the Shavasana. So I just wanted to explain the flow of this live, gentle flow. All right, so I'll meet you on your mat, and I'll set this up here. Okay. All righty. All right. Welcome, Ilyana. Let's see. All righty, welcome. All righty. So again, hello, it's Candace, Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Today we're going to begin with our stretches. All right, so we'll stand nice and tall on our mats. We have the legs close together and touching, focusing on breath. The arms extend outward and the arms will rise all the way overhead. Remember to lift your heart up on your inhale. On the exhale, release the arms forward, palms facing down. Next breath allows the hands to flex upward. Fingertips flow towards the sky. We're going to circle our hands outward as we're breathing deep. All right, so we're getting a nice stretch in the fingers, the tendons in the wrist as well. Next breath, we're going to rotate the hands inward. Remember, lift your heart on each breath. From here, allow the hands to be still. Guide the arms to extend outward. Rotate the palms to face up. We're going to bend the elbows and guide our fingertips to touch shoulders. The next breath, elbows rise up. And on the exhale, we're going to release the elbows all the way down. Inhale, elbows rise. And on the exhale, this time we lower the arms to shoulder level, extending the arms outward, guiding the arms to release all the way down. We'll bend the elbows, hands will flow to the waist, separate the feet slightly so that the thighs are no longer touching if possible, and then we're going to bend the knees. We'll take a breath, bending knees, keeping the heart lifted, and we're guiding all our weight to our heels, noticing heart rhythm. Inhale, we're going to rise up, straightening knees, and then exhale, we'll bend the knees again. Last one, inhale, straighten. On the exhale, knees bend. This time, lift the heart even more and guide the heart to flow forward. We're going to release the waist and guide the arms forward. The chest is flowing towards the thighs. We have a nice hollow belly. Let's guide the chin towards collarbone. Keeping eyes open for focus and concentration. Allow your chest to rest on your thighs if possible, and guide all your weight in your heels. The next breath allows you to place your palms on your shins. Take an inhale, straighten the elbows, guide your head to look forward. The heart presses forward as well. We're going to connect with a flat back forward fold. All right, so we're getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs. We're elongating the spine, and we're also engaging the shoulders and arms as well. From here, we'll take a breath, release the hands, guide the fingertips to the mat. Let's see if we can step the feet outward a little more. All right, so we want to guide the weight of the hips to the right, guide the weight of the hips center, guide the weight of the hips to the left. All right, so let's make it a little more fluid. The hips flow to the right, the hips flow to the left. All right, so you're really engaging the hip flexors. From here, allow the hips to be in the neutral position, and then just focus on the spine. We're going to make a circle with the spine, so circle the chest. The chest flows to the mat, and then we just make a circular motion. All right, and now we're going to go opposite direction. Breathe. Keep the eyes open and Notice heart rhythm. Awesome flow. From here, we're going to heel toe the feet inward. The thighs will touch. Palms face forward. We're going to inhale and rise up, lifting the heart up and guiding our fingertips towards the sky. We'll rotate the arms in, guide them closer, palms touch, elbows bend. Keep bending your elbows and place your thumbs on your sternum, gazing downward. And this will be the time to reflect on your own heart rhythm and also a time to set an intention or a dedication for your practice if you choose, while you're connecting with heart energy. Now, we're going to blink the eyes open a little wider, and we're prepared to start our yoga practice. So let's go ahead and release the hands. And for practice today, we're going to have the mat in a vertical alignment. So if you don't already have your mat in a vertical alignment, we just go ahead and just switch it over so it's nice, long, and straight. Then position yourself towards the rear of your mat and relax the shoulders. On the inhale, we're lifting the heart. We're going to guide the palms forward and we're going to rise up to what's called a mountain pose. Be sure to lift the heart, elongate your spine, and take your time. In yoga, the slower the better. So as the fingertips flow towards the sky, then we relax the shoulders as we're exhaling. We're relaxing the low jaw as well. And we're allowing all the weight of the body to sink in the heels in this mountain pose. From here, we'll rotate the arms in and guide them closer. Fingertips touch, palms touch, and then we release the elbows. Guide the elbows to soften and actively press your palms together as you're lifting your heart up. We're allowing the thumbs to rest on our sternum and relax shoulders. The next breath guides the right knee to bend. The right heel will lift. Allow the knee to rotate outward, and we'll place the sole of the foot on the standing leg, the inside of the standing leg. Be mindful to keep your heart lifted. Actively squeeze that left glute muscle. And remember to hollow the belly on the exhale. If you want to go deeper in this tree pose, you can take a breath and press the palms together actively, create that engagement, and allow the foot to rise if you choose. Just avoid the knee area. So the hands are rising, the foot's rising if we choose. Ultimately, we'll release the palms forward. Allow your elbows to have a slight bend. Guide your navel inward. And gazing at a focal point will help you with your balance. It's okay if you sway. Sometimes, like a tree in nature, we sway. It's okay. Just keep breathing. The next breath guides the arms to rotate inward. Come closer, palms touch, and then we're going to release the elbows to bend. Press them together actively, and we're going to guide the bending knee forward. Allow the foot to release to the mat. Transfer all our weight to our heels with shoulders relaxing. Take a cleansing breath and connect with heart rhythm. On our next breath, the opposite knee will bend. When you're ready, take your breath and bend opposite knee. The knee will splay outward. The sole of the foot rests on the inside leg. Engage that right glute muscle by squeezing it and lifting the heart up. Relax your shoulders. And from here, if we want to go deeper, we press the palms together and allow the hands to flow upward. We're lifting the heart, and if we choose, we can lift the foot as well. We're going to avoid the knee area, and we're actively guiding the bending knee to splay outward, releasing the palms forward. And the focal point keeps us balanced, and it also engages our gaze. In yoga, we call that our dristi, the gaze, the focus. A very good way also to strengthen eye muscles by gazing. Next breath, arms rotate in, flow closer until the fingertips touch, palms touch, elbows release to bending. We're guiding the bending knee forward and releasing the foot back onto our mat. Transferring weight to heels with relaxed shoulders. Awesome flow. Inhale, press the palms together. Release the palms. And as the palms release, let's lift our heart up. Lift the heart and begin to dive forward. Press the heart forward actively. The arms lower. The weight of the body remains in the heels. And we're releasing to what's called a forward fold, guiding our chin towards our collarbone. If you feel any pain or discomfort in this position, just soften your knees with a slight bend. So by guiding the chin towards the collarbone, that allows the neck to be more neutral. The next breath allows us to begin to bend our knees. Let the knees bend and guide your navel inward. Next breath, we're gonna guide the arms forward. We begin to lift our heart up. Keep the knees bending. Transfer all your weight towards your tailbone and your heels. The arms will flow to a diagonal. So from fingertips to shoulder, we create a diagonal line. This is called our chair pose. In chair pose, we activate our core muscle group as the knees are bending. And be mindful to guide your navel inward on the exhale so you can engage your pelvic floor. So good for the body. From here, we'll take a breath, guide the arms closer, let the palms touch, elbows bend. We're going to rest our thumbs directly on the center bone of the chest as we relax our shoulders. The next breath guides the right heel to rise. Again, connect with a focal point, and if you want to go deeper, you can guide the right knee to lift and keep the standing knee bending. So pull the navel in, and now we'll be balancing on a bended leg. All right, a wonderful way to improve balance, very important to balance the mind, balance the body. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath, and on the exhale, we're going to release the right sole of the foot back onto the mat. Press the palms together. Let's rise back up, straightening knees, guiding the hands and arms to rise up. On the exhale breath, release the palms forward, relax shoulders. We're taking great care of our bodies. We'll all connect in this mountain pose. The next breath guides the arms to float inward and come closer until the fingertips and palms touch. On the exhale breath, let's begin to bend the elbows and bend our knees at the same time. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. When you can't bend your knees anymore because you want to keep your heels on the mat, extend the hands forward, elbows straighten. We want to create that diagonal line and release the palms. And just have your gaze at the upper portion of your mat, down the tip of the nose so your neck can be neutral. And also the low jaw is neutral. We have our tongue resting in low jaw in this chair pose. And in chair pose, we have the elbows straight, and we're receiving benefits to muscles in the arms, the tendons in the arms, so many benefits in this chair pose. The next breath guides the arms to flow closer, so palms will touch. Breathe deep. Exhale breath, elbows bend. Allow the thumbs to rest on the center bone of the chest, the sternum. And the next breath guides the opposite heel to rise. So take a breath and lift up the opposite heel. You can stay here, or if you'd like to go deeper into the posture, take a breath. And we're going to guide that left knee to rise. Pull the belly in. Focus on the belly flowing inward and press the palms together for balance. Gaze at a focal point for balance, and allow your breath to balance the body as well. What a wonderful flow. We're all doing great. Let's take another cleansing breath. On the exhale, we're going to release that foot back onto our mat. Press the palms together actively as we straighten the elbows. hands and the arms flow upward. We're lifting our hearts up, lengthening the spine, and then we're going to release the palms forward. Guide the arms to flow down as slowly as possible. Control the flow. Be purposeful. Have the palms begin to face downward with elbows straight, fingers straight. Be sure to lift your heart up. See how much air you can guide into the lungs as you allow your arms to release at your sides. The next breath guides us to bend elbows. Hands will flow to our waist. We're going to focus on the left leg. We're going to take a breath. We're going to step that left leg forward. And don't feel rushed. Take your time. Breathe. Step forward, left leg. And as we step forward, rotate the back foot so the back heel lines up with the front heel. So the back toes are at a slight diagonal, and we're going to bend that front knee. The further you guide your foot away from the body, the deeper you go into the posture. So choose your level and make sure the front knee is positioned over the ankle but not the toes. Let's focus on the hips. The hip points are squared towards the front of the room. You can even touch them and guide them forward. From here, we'll release the arms outward and guide the arms to flow all the way overhead. So our fingertips flow towards the sky and our shoulders are relaxed. And this is called a warrior one. By breathing deep in our warrior one, we connect with our inner strength as we tone our leg muscles and open the hips. What an awesome flow. From here, allow the arms to come closer, fingertips touch, palms are touching, and we're going to clasp our hands. All right, let's go ahead and straighten the pointer finger, but keep all other fingers bending. The next breath is going to guide us to look upward towards our wrist. Press your hands away from the body so elbows straighten, lift the heart up. So we're lifting the heart, straightening the arms, and then on the exhale breath, guide the arms back very slowly as we keep lifting the heart and keep pressing the hands away from the body so we get a nice engagement in the shoulders, elbows, and wrist. Awesome flow. A wonderful way to allow gravity to strengthen the spine and increase flexibility in the hips and knees at the same time. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath, and on the exhale, we're going to guide the head to lower and guide the arms to flow forward. Allow your arms to lower all the way to shoulder level. When you connect with shoulder level, release the fingers to straighten. Take a breath and allow the arms to lower all the way down. From here, elbows bend, hands to waist. Now we're going to step the front leg back, so just transfer the weight. Breathe, shift, and come back. Awesome flow. So make your way back towards the back of your mat to the starting position. From here, we're going to focus on the opposite leg. Make sure the heart is lifted and the spine is long. On the inhale, we'll step forward with the opposite leg. So take a breath, step forward. Take a nice big step. Now, this is a great time to just look down at your body and notice how your heels make an imaginary line. If they don't, go ahead and adjust accordingly. We have the back foot at a slight diagonal so that the back toes are at a slight diagonal. Then we'll focus on the hip points, guiding them towards the front of the room. We have the front knee positioned over the ankle, not the toes. On the inhale, guide the arms to extend out and flow up at your own pace. In yoga, we're connecting. The word yoga means to connect, so we are connecting our breath with the heart. So allow your breath to connect you with your movements and be fluid. So once we have our fingertips pointing upward, we begin to relax the shoulders away from the ears, relax our low jaw, and let our tongue rest in our low jaw. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take another cleansing breath. And then on the exhale, we're gonna guide the arms closer, fingertips touch, palms touch. We clasp our hands, point your fingers straight, take a breath, press your hands away from the body, allow your shoulders to rise up. And then when you're ready to exhale, guide the arms back with a lifted heart and go slowly. You want to be gentle with the body. So the front knee remains bending, the back leg remains straight. We are doing an amazing job of caring for our bodies and inviting flexibility into the spine as we're toning legs. What a wonderful flow. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. And then as we exhale, we're going to guide the arms forward. Allow the arms to release all the way to the front of the room. When you connect with shoulder level for your arms, straighten the fingers and release. Take a breath. On the exhale, we're going to guide the heart forward. Actively reach the hands to try to touch the wall in front of you. And we're going to guide the navel inward. Rotate the hands down. Spread your fingers widely. Let your palms connect with your mat. Your fingers are extended widely as much as possible. The next breath guides the back heel to rise up. And then do your best to guide that heel towards the mat, right? So now all 10 toes are pointing towards the front of the room. Now let's straighten the front leg. So you might have to walk your hands a little bit back to straighten your leg. You might have to adjust the foot placement. So we want both legs straight, all 10 toes pointing to the front of the room, the chin flowing towards the collarbone, and this is called our pyramid pose because the legs are shaped like a pyramid. And we are inverted, so we are receiving benefits also to the nervous and circulatory system in this pyramid pose. See how much air you can guide into your lungs? See how deep you can guide your breath into the lungs. A wonderful way to improve lung capacity by breathing deeply. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to bend both of our knees. And then we're going to step the back leg forward. Breathe, step the back leg so the foot is aligned with the front foot. Both feet now are parallel. Legs parallel, and now step opposite leg back. Should be the right foot stepping back. We're going to step back and guide that back heel all the way onto the mat. So we have all 10 toes pointing to the front of the room. Our knees are straight. And we either have our fingertips on the mat or you can have your palms on the mat, whatever feels right, or you could even have the fingers hovering. So just choose the level that feels good for you, guiding all weight into the heels, chin to the collarbone. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. On the exhale, let's guide both knees to bend. And now we're going to slide the palms forward. We're going to place our hands at the top of our mat. And now we're going to step the front foot back. Breathe as you step your front foot back. We're going to connect with the down dog. So we do that by having both legs straight. And you might have to make adjustments into the hand placement depending on how tall you are. So we have our back legs straight. We have the heels flowing towards the mat, but we don't want to strain. Elbows are straight, chin flows towards the collarbone, and the tailbone is actively rising up towards the sky, while the heart actively presses towards the thighs. So remember, be gentle with the body. During yoga practice, you should not feel any pain or you should not feel any discomfort. If you do, that means you need to just ease up a little bit, listen to your body, and breathe a little deeper. So now we are in a down dog posture, strengthening arms and shoulders, as well as legs at the same time. Awesome flow. From here, we'll guide the right knee to bend towards the chest. Take a breath, guide the right knee to bend if you can. If you can't, just keep your foot on the mat. we're guiding the navel inward. And by pulling the navel inward, that allows us to hollow the belly. From here, if you want to go a little deeper in this posture, take a breath and guide that right foot to rise up towards the sky. So let the toes flow towards the sky, keeping both legs now straight, and this is called the dog split. In the dog split, we actively guide our heart to flow towards the thigh of the standing leg. We keep our eyes open for focus and balance. The next breath guides the right knee to bend and guide your heel to flow towards your glute and guide that right knee to point upward so you're really opening the hip. Awesome flow. Next breath allows us to straighten that right leg, guide it up back towards the sky. Take a breath, and on the exhale, we're going to release the right leg all the way back down. Allow the foot to return back to the mat, reconnect with your down dog position. Same flow, opposite side. Take a breath, opposite knee bends and flows towards the chest. The foot is off of the mat if possible, but if you can't, it's okay if you keep your big toe on the mat. The next breath guides that opposite foot to rise up. So the foot that's in the air, if you choose, you can lift it all the way up towards the sky. So we have our chin towards our collarbone. We're actively pressing our heart towards our thighs. And the flow of breath is full and easy. From here, on an exhale, we're going to guide that left knee to bend. The heel flows towards the glute and guide your knee upward towards the sky. Receive openness in the hips as we breathe deep. Awesome flow. Next breath guides the bending knee to straighten. Let's breathe. Guide the toes to flow towards the sky. On the exhale breath, we're going to release that left foot all the way back down. Returning it back to the mat. From here, let's guide the knees to bend, and we're going to gently place our knees on our mat. Point our toes and slide the palms forward. Slide the palms forward, guide the navel inward, and allow the forehead to release all the way towards the mat. This is called a child's pose. This is our resting posture. And although it's a resting posture, we receive benefits from head to toe. Strengthening ligaments and tendons in the toes, the ankles, the knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hands. So many benefits. Notice your heart rhythm as you're breathing, and breathe so deep you can feel it behind your heart. On our next breath, we'll focus on our hands. So notice the palms, and on your inhale, press the palms into the mat and begin to rise up. Lift your heart. We're going to flow to an all-fours position. From the all-fours position, we're going to cross our ankles. With our ankles crossed, we'll guide the right knee to the right edge of the mat, left knee to the left edge. Let's use our hands to walk backward, and we'll guide our glutes to flow to the heels, and we're going to flow to what is called an easy pose. Use your hands as props to transfer the weight. Connecting with easy pose. Awesome flow. So we are now about 30 minutes into practice. This is now a time for a water break. So I will go grab my water and I'll be right back. I'll see you back on your mat. Welcome back. Alrighty, so I'm just going to allow everyone time to make their way back to their mats. Welcome back, ladies. I see making your way back to your mats. Wonderful, wonderful. We will resume seated. So we're going to resume the rest of the yoga practice seated on our mats. And we'll sit in what is called the cobbler pose. So let's go ahead and guide the soles of the feet to touching. And then from there, we can lift the sit bones and just rock the knees from side to side to open the hips a little more, and then release the sit bones onto the mat, guiding the flesh back. Then allow the arms to rest on the legs. We keep the palms up if we want more energy, palms down if we want to feel more relaxed. So choose your own hand placement and be mindful to lift the heart up. And when we lift the heart, we're lengthening the spine, and it's just a great way to expand the rib cage a little more. So that also allows the lungs to have more space to expand. So it's very good for the pulmonary system to have good posture. So we're sitting in this cobbler pose, and the benefits of cobbler pose, some of the benefits are we're allowing gravity to open our hips for us, and we're also strengthening the muscles in the arms and shoulders, and with the heart lifted, we're improving our posture, and by breathing deep, we're increasing oxygen levels into the bloodstream. So we have so many benefits that we're receiving as we sit in this cobbler pose, focusing on our heart rhythm and flow of breath. On the next inhale, let's allow the arms to rise upward. Also lift the heart as the arms flow overhead. Ultimately, the fingertips will point towards the sky. Next breath, rotate the arms in, guide them closer, palms touch. Take a breath. Lift the heart a little more and begin to bend the elbows. Press the palms together actively and also guide your navel in. So the navel is flowing in, the elbows are bending, and the heart is lifted. What a wonderful flow. Will guide us to heart center with relaxing shoulders. The next breath guides us to lift the knees, cross the left leg in front. We're going to release now to what is called the easy pose, cross-legged position. From here, we'll release the palms, guide the left leg to rise. Use the arms to support the lifted leg. Right, so you want to show your leg some love. Give your leg a nice embrace, close to your heart. Take a breath and just slowly rock the body from side to side. So now we're inviting movement into the hips, into the spine. So many benefits. From here, allow the leg and body to be still. We'll use the left hand to capture left heel. Release the right arm and guide the left knee back. So in this position, we have the left knee back, and we can even guide a little pulse there. Guide it back, release, guide it back, release, guide it back, release as we're breathing. From here, allow the knee to stay in the back position. On the inhale, we're going to lift the heart and extend the leg out at a diagonal with the lifted heart. Encourage the leg to straighten. It's okay if it doesn't. The next breath guides the right arm to rise up if you can. From here, we're going to allow the right pointer, middle finger, and thumb. See if we're able to capture the big toe. See how it feels. Remember, you should have a relaxed facial muscles, right? So the facial muscles should be softened and relaxed as we practice yoga. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. If you're holding your big toe, go ahead and release it. Guide the right arm to lower, and the left knee will flow to bending. We're going to flow back to the easy pose, and this time, the right leg will be in front. So we're going to be in easy pose, right leg in front. Adjust your sit bones, lift the heart up, relax shoulders, and just take a breath and notice your own heart rhythm. Awesome flow. Now we're going to focus on the right leg. We'll take a breath. We're going to lift that right leg. We're going to use our hands to support the leg. We're going to give the leg a nice loving hug, make any adjustments we might need for balance. And now as we're breathing with the lifted heart, we slowly rock the body from side to side as we breathe deep. All right, strengthening arms and shoulders. We have the heart lifted, the belly hollow. All right, what a lovely flow. Let's allow the body to be still. We're going to focus on the right hand capturing the right heel. The breath guides the right knee back towards the wall behind us. And again, we can create like a little pulse. Back, release, as we're breathing. Excellent. From here, allow the body to be still. The knee is pressing back. On the inhale, we're going to lift the heart and extend the right foot out at a diagonal with the lifted heart. A nice long spine. The next breath, if we choose to go deeper, we can lift the left arm overhead. We can stay here, or if we want a little more, we can guide the left pointer, middle finger, and thumb. 3 fingers to capture that big toe. When you capture the big toe with 3 fingers, that's called a yogi toe lock. All right? So it's just a wonderful way to engage the foot. All right, so we are strengthening the spine. We're engaging muscles in the back. So many benefits in this posture. From here, we'll take a breath, and on the exhale, we're going to release the big toe. Allow that left arm to begin to lower all the way down, and now the right knee flows to bending. We're going to resume in easy pose. We'll have our left leg in front. Awesome flow. Back in easy pose. Next breath guides both knees to rise up, uncross the legs, extend the feet forward. So we have the feet forward. Let's place our hands behind us. So the fingers are actually behind your backside, okay? So your fingers are directly behind your backside. They're not touching your body. So allow the middle finger to be about 1 inch away from your backside. Elbows are straight. And when you straighten the elbows, notice how that causes the chest to rise. Elbows straight. We're going to now flex the feet. Press the ball of the foot away from the body. Pull the toes towards the body. Knees straight with a lifted heart. And now focus on the crown of the head. On the inhale, lift the crown of the head up. Keep the low jaw relaxing. And notice all the length you receive in the spine. What a wonderful flow. And this is called the staff pose. The body is shaped like a staff. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to focus on the left knee. Take a breath, left knee bends. We'll place the sole of the foot on the mat. And now, allow the left knee to splay outward so the sole of the foot is touching the inner thigh. The breath guides the arms to extend out. And we're going to lift the arms all the way overhead. Keep flexing that front foot. Very good. From here, let's take another breath. On the exhale, focus on the heart flowing forward and go slow. We're going to guide our navel inward and allow the fingertips to reach towards the front of the room as we guide our navel inward. Be sure to listen to your body. It's okay if you can't release all the way towards the straight leg. Just release as far as your body allows you to. And when you connect with that position, you'll take a cleansing breath through your nose. And on the exhale, let your body get soft and relax. Guide your chin towards the collarbone and notice your own heart rhythm. We all have the front foot flexing. And we're allowing the breath to just create a calming wave for the body. Excellent flow. From here, let's take a breath. We're going to focus on heart. We're going to lift up slowly. Lift the heart, lift the arms, and rise up. As we're lifting, allow your spine to lengthen. And when your fingertips point towards the sky, squeeze those elbows actively. And on the exhale breath, release the arms down as slowly as possible while you keep your heart lifted. Keeping the belly hollow. We'll guide our fingertips towards the mat or floor. We can use our left hand to support the left bending knee. Put your hand underneath your knee and take a breath and guide the leg to rise up. Straighten the leg. Next breath guides the opposite knee to bend. Take a breath, opposite knee bends. We'll allow the knee to splay outward. Sole of the foot touches inner thigh, flexing front foot. Inhale, guide the arms to extend. Remember, go at your own pace. Your breath is your guide. Once your fingertips are pointing towards the sky, take another cleansing breath through your nose. On the exhale, we'll guide the heart to release forward. We're going slow. The slower, the better. Notice the flow of your breath as you release towards the straight leg and your foot remains flexing. We're guiding our chin towards the collarbone and we're being gentle with the body. We're being purposeful with the breath. Okay. What a cleansing flow. From here, we will focus on the heart, and on the inhale, we're going to rise up slowly, lifting the body upward, lifting the arms up, keeping the palms facing each other, elbows straight. Remember, lift the heart, fingertips flow towards the sky. On the exhale, that's when the arms release outward. Notice all that length in the spine. Fingertips connect with the mat or floor. We'll bend the right arm. Use the right hand to support the bending knee. Take a breath and guide the leg to rise up. From here, allow the leg to extend forward. We're going to place our hands behind us. Our elbows are straight. The heart is lifted. We are back in the staff pose position. And now we're going to do something different. We're going to take a breath and we're going to put the weight of the body in the hands, causing our glutes to lift off of the mat. So breathe, lift, and see if you can lift those thighs up and guide your hips to point towards the sky and gaze up towards the sky. So your nose is pointing up, so your neck is neutral. And this is how we strengthen the biceps, triceps, and also the ligaments in the shoulders. From here, we'll take another cleansing breath, and we're going to release the glutes back onto the mat slowly. When the glutes connect with the mat, we'll guide both knees to bend. Use the arms to embrace the thighs with a loving hug, and let's walk the feet closer to the body. Breathe as you walk your feet closer to your body. Lift the heart up. Next breath, we're going to lift the left foot up towards the sky. Notice how your heart is beating. Notice how the belly hollows on the exhale. Let's take another cleansing breath. And as we exhale, we're going to release the foot all the way back down, guiding the knee to return back to bending. Now we'll focus opposite foot. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the opposite foot. At your own pace, don't rush. Take your time. The toes flow towards the sky. We have a lifted heart. We're breathing deep. On the exhale breath, we're going to release the foot all the way back down and guide the knee to return back to bending. From here, we'll take another cleansing breath, And we'll guide both feet to rise up. So take a breath, guide both feet to rise off of the mat. And if that's a little too intense, you can release the legs and just place your hands behind you for balance. So you're either holding your thighs or you have your hands for support. Choose your level and be gentle with the body. All right? So now, if you are embracing your thighs, take a breath and guide the left elbow to straighten. So we have a diagonal alignment for that left arm. From fingertips to shoulder, create a diagonal. Next breath, opposite arm straightens. So the arms are parallel, or you might have your hands behind you. So do what feels best for you, arms extended straight or hands behind you. From here, if you'd like to go a little deeper, take a breath, guide the left foot to rise. Next breath, right foot rises. This is called a full boat pose. So in this full boat pose, we're strengthening our core muscle group as we're strengthening the legs and arms. From here, let's guide the knees to bend, arms lower, embrace the thighs with a loving hug. Give the thighs a nice squeeze. Awesome flow. From here, the next breath allows us to release the thighs and guide the soles of the feet onto the mat. Next breath allows the knees to splay towards the left. Stacking the legs. Now we'll guide the knees to point towards the front of the room. Be sure to keep your spine long. We're going to lift up the top leg. And if able, place the foot on the outside of the left knee. But if that's uncomfortable, just place it on the area near the calf. So choose your level. And lift the heart. So now we're going to be a little askew. So we're going to lift the heart. Lift the heart and receive length in your spine. Right arm flows behind, right fingertips pointing away from the body. The right elbow is straight, causing the chest to rise. Left arm extends out and bends at the elbow. Let's take a full breath. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly turn our body. The upper body turns towards the bending leg, and we're turning our head also towards our right shoulder for a full spinal twist. So we keep the fingers straight, we keep the left elbow bending, right elbow straight, the heart lifted. What a wonderful way to invite flexibility into the spine, hips, and knees all at the same time. From here, we'll take another full breath. As we exhale, very slowly lift your back hand and begin to untwist. As we're untwisting, we're returning the spine to neutral and then releasing the bending elbow back to straighten. Now we'll focus on the right elbow bending. We're going to support the bending knee with our hand. Left hand captures your foot near your ankle, and you're going to lift and uncross. Returning to the starting stacking position. Awesome flow. Same flow, other side. Let's breathe and guide the knees to rise up. Soles of the feet connect with the mat. The breath guides the knees flow opposite direction. And now the knees point to the front of the room. With the legs stacking, we'll guide the top leg to rise, and we'll either place the foot on the outside of the thigh or on the area near the calf. Choose your level. You'll be a little askew, and then we take a breath, lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Left hand is behind us. The left fingertips point away from the body, straightening the left elbow to lengthen the spine. Right arm extends, flows to bend the elbow. Breathe deep. On the exhale, let's slowly twist now towards the bending leg. We're turning the body, turning the head, and the chin flows towards the left shoulder. We have a lifted heart, and we're connecting with a full spinal twist as we breathe deep. All right. We're taking great care of our bodies. Let's take another breath. Release the back hand from the mat and begin to untwist. Return to neutral spine, releasing the arm all the way down. Using the left hand to support the bending knee, right hand supports near the ankle. Breathe, lift, and uncross. From here, we will now lie on our mat. Position yourself at the top of your mat. We're about to lie down. From here, we'll take a breath, lift the knees, uncross, support your thighs, and then very slowly release all the way back down onto the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Your shoulder blades will touch, base of the skull touches, and then just straighten the legs. Guide the knees to be straight. This final posture is called our Shavasana. Make sure your spine is straight and long. Make sure that your arms are relaxing at your side, and then close your eyes. During this posture, we focus on this present moment in time, focusing on flow of breath and beating of heart. Our inhale allows us to go inward. So as we're breathing, we're following our breath in through the nostrils, noticing the coolness of the breath, noticing the sound of the breath. Breathing as slowly, as deeply as we can. Connecting also with our heart rhythm, noticing the pulsing of the heart and the rise and fall of the chest. On our inhale, we receive peace. On the exhale, we allow the body to soften and relax. Breathe deep. Connect with the tranquility within yourself. As we hold on to this feeling of calm and serenity, we'll guide our focus to the feet, and we're going to allow our feet to move from side to side as we breathe deep. The next breath allows the toes to wiggle. We guide more movement to the feet, activating the ankles with movement. From here, we'll focus on the calf muscles. Create a flow as you begin to gently squeeze and release the calf muscles. The next breath guides movement to the kneecaps. Squeeze and release the kneecaps. Keep breathing deep as you allow your thigh muscles to squeeze and release. The breath guides the glute muscles to squeeze and release. We'll focus on the hands as we bend the fingers in, squeezing for tight fists. On the exhale, release, bending and straightening fingers. Guide your hands to circles so you can engage your wrist. More breath. Next breath allows the shoulders to rise up. Relax your hands. Shoulders rise towards the sky. Arms rise up as well. On the exhale, we're going to guide the shoulder blades to release to the mat and lower the arms at the same time. Now we'll focus on facial muscles. Allow the lips to move from side to side. Begin to move your cheeks and wiggle the nose. Allow the eyes to blink open. Take a breath and guide your knees to bend. We're going to place the soles of our feet on our mat. Take a deep breath. As we exhale, the knees fall to the left. Turn your body to the left. Left elbow bends. We're going to use the left arm as a pillow for our head. Guide yourself to a fetal position on your left side. The next breath allows the hands to flow towards the chest. Breathe deep. Very slowly, we're going to press the body upright. Elbows will straighten. Take your time, don't rush. Guide yourself to any comfortable seated position. Relax your arms either on your legs or at your side. Remember to lift your heart up. Gaze downward and reflect on how you're feeling at this present moment in time. Let's all take a cleansing breath and guide the arms to extend outward and flow all the way overhead. We'll rotate the arms in, guide them closer, palms touch, elbows bend. Keep breathing as you lift your heart up. We're going to allow our thumbs to rest on our sternum and take a full breath. On the exhale, we're going to release the body forward. Let's remember to be kind to others and to be kind to ourselves and to be gentle to our bodies. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Again, for all my YouTube friends, my name is Candace. I'm with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. If you liked this video, if you found it helpful, hit the like button, share it with others, subscribe. I'll be coming back live more often. Have a beautiful day. Bye.